This morning, the 4th of June 2017, I'm out here this Sunday morning at 11 o'clock, and as I promised, the residents of Perica are going to be out here. This trip, myself, CN, and others out here started out like about 7 in the morning to come up here in preparation. And so most of us, including myself, would have missed our Sunday morning mass and so on. So we made a lot of sacrifice to be up here. And because why? The people complain on the program, the Voice of the People program, that they're going through some difficult situation in this stretch between Hubu to Bendorf area. So from Hubu to Bendorf area, they're complaining that there's some difficulty. The difficulty is basically about the roads and also the drain. And so the complaint to me, they say, Minister, this road was last done many years ago. They can't even recall when last the road was done, maybe 8 years ago. The drain was dug like about, properly dug like about 14 years ago. And so in this piece of area, it was depressing to see the condition of the road. The road is not that deplorable. It needs grading, it needs leveling, it needs some compacting in certain parts. But definitely it needs work because it's basically a trail driving to Bendorf from Hubu. And so I'm going to be looking into what the region plan to do to the road and also to the drainage in this area, because basically it's a farming community. And besides me is a farmer, an individual that brought me here with his following us with his pickup. And so he brought us to his residence to show us what he has to go through. His children have to go through. He said he have 3 children. So we're going to hear from him. So tell me your name.
Stephen Archer.
And you said you live in this house here?
Bendorf, yeah.
Bendorf. And you born and you grow here?
Born and grow right here.
And you have 3 children. And the road conditions are impacting
Terrible.
negatively on you, and especially your children who have to travel from here every morning to Hubu at St. Lawrence Primary School. And tell me, what are some of the implications here in terms of your children? What time they have to get up and so prepared for school, and do they walk this distance?
Yeah, they walk. They got a walker. Sometimes I drop out the children at the school. Drop them out sometimes. You can't drop them every time, but some of them take boat, some of them walk on a daily basis to catch the bus. The bus will come at Lakabu, and they would wait on them, or sometimes they end up leaving some of them because they cannot wait. They reach out too late. I got other children that gotta go through the same situation. So it's only like 1 or 2 vehicles that would transport the school children, because the condition of the road, cars cannot come. So it's only like 2 buses take the children to school. So if you miss that, you gotta wait another 2 hours.
From listening to other residents as we drove past, from Hubu to Bendorf here, there's about 8 villages between that span.
Yeah, between here to...
And so speaking to some persons who don't want to put them face on television because for some reason or the other, they're busy farming, or they don't want to be...
people at the market today. Yeah.
They don't want to be victimized. I don't know who's going to victimize them.
No, nobody.
And so they're reluctant to speak to me, but the information being gathered is that there's some 300 children.
Over 300.
Yeah,
going to St. Lawrence Primary School. Yeah.
So this road is needed.
Yeah, very much so. It's been so for the past, I don't know how much years.
So what did stretch the distance from?
It's about
3 miles.
3 miles from 3 to 4 miles from Hubu to Bendorf.
And how long will it take you to drive out to school?
Well, if the road...
No, in the present condition.
Like 15 to 20 minutes.
And if the road is fixed?
It'll just take like 3, 4 minutes.
3, 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, this area is farming, right? What you cultivate? You cultivate
cash crop, cherries, citrus, coconut. Yeah.
Another person will do planting,
cassava, ground provision, and cash crop.
Dashing and them things. And so, look, you have to understand.
A couple other farms have to close down because of the same look over here there's 300 acres had to shut down because of they can't get to carry the produce. Simple because of the road condition. It had another next cherry farm further down, another couple hundred acres of cherries. They can access the road.
So how much acre cherries you have?
I got much cherry, I got about an acre cherry.
And what is your largest crop that you focus on?
Mainly soursop and
And how much acres you have in that?
about 3 acres.
Okay.
Soursop and other citrus.
And you have an overseas market or a local market?
No, local market. Perica and Lenora. Some time ago, carry some things in town.
Okay, so this is basically consumed by
Yeah,
Guyanese.
yeah, right here.
But you don't know if it's exported. You don't know. You're
No,
concerned about that.
I'm not that big into it. So I depend, mainly supplying some of the supermarket, not the supermarket, the restaurants and these people selling juices and so. I go and supply them with cherries and soursop.
So basically, this area would supply those businesses with all of their raw material.
Yeah, raw material, ground provision and whatever.
Cherry juice,
vegetables,
soursop,
yeah,
and things like that.
whatever they have.
Good.
To get.
So tell me about the drain. When the last this drain was clean?
The last time it was dig properly was 2002. I think the August 2002.
Okay, that's like 17 years ago.
Yeah.
15 years ago. 15 years ago. So, and you indicated to me that you had some work done 2 years.
Yeah, but the excavator cannot dig the trench because it just keep eroding and eroding and eroding and getting closer to the road.
So right now,
what is
the condition of the trench?
The trench is in a terrible condition right now. It's just getting wide, but it's not deep. It's very shallow because of the thing breaking in. So if you get a road, the people able to access.
And the last time they cleaned the trench was when?
About 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
But what they use to clean the trench?
They use excavator. Now excavator is not suited to.
And what you recommend they use to clean?
They use a drag line to dig the trench.
In
properly.
2002 they used a drag line.
Yeah.
And it was done well.
Yeah, it was.
Are you saying they should use a drag line again?
Yeah, because the excavator cannot reach down to dig the trench to the level.
And if they do this, how it will impact on the community?
It would help out a lot, but
you having flood in the area? Flooding?
No, you don't really get that much flooding.
So, what's the importance of the drainage? What we should focus on?
To high level, focus into high level, and
we should focus on the drain or the road.
The road is the most important part because if they get the road now, you could drive and go to Morshi Coca, and you get a wharf there at Morshi Coca, so you're able to access it easier.
How far is Goshen from here?
Goshen is closer to Bartica.
Well, you know that the government plans to do Goshen to Perica?
Yeah, well, this is where the Delcante road has to
Good.
pass.
So that is the government proposal. So this road will be done from Goshen to Perica, opening all those lands for farming.
Yeah, this
And
is
so
the Delcante.
So the government will be focusing on that.
Okay.
So I don't know if they're gonna want to touch this road now,
okay.
or they're gonna wait. Or they're gonna wait to do the road all the way from Perica to Goshen.
Okay.
Right. So this is a policy that the administration take within the 5 years term. This road will be done, and we've done to standard that will be attractive to all people that is in farming, mega farms. So we want to open up this whole area here that you see for mega farming.
Okay.
And so we're going to promote young people like yourself. And I reached a young man who said he wants to mind pigs, swines, and some other things that I want to do in this community. That all of this and more will be done when the government plan is rolled out.
Okay.
However, as I indicated on the program, financing is critical, and what the Minister of Finance will refer to is fiscal space. And fiscal space is basically monies in the budget and what it could do and what we could do with it. And we can't do a lot with it because it's limited.
Yeah, limited.
And so a massive project like from Perica to Goshen going to cost hundreds of millions US dollars.
Yeah, hundreds of millions.
Because we build a quality road.
Highway.
And so, right highway. And so, what is proposed also is that we, the government, will be looking to do these type of works using what you call public-private partnership, P3s. And basically, a P3 is that a company will come into the country and say, look, we're going to develop this road.
Okay.
And when they develop the road, they're going to put a toll.
Toll gate.
And so you have to pay to use it.
Okay.
Now, this could last for like 15 to 20 years, and then after is the people
To the
property.
okay.
The important part to bear in mind using this formulation of financing is that the government don't have to find the money to do it, because the private sector will do it. And so if we use that proposal, this road could probably, the Goshen Road, the Perica would probably be done within 2 years.
Within 2 to 3 years. Yeah.
Right? But however, if government have to finance it,
Will
it might take a next term in office. So there's a number of things that we have to take in consideration. But definitely, I'm going to ask the region if they could do some remedial work on this road.
Okay.
Government, in terms of the budget and providing funds for Region 3, did a number of works. We have to look at the schools, we have to look at the hospital, we have to look at the administration building, we have to look at the agriculture sector, the works sector. So there's so many things that and so much only government could do. Region 3 itself is about 1,450 square miles. It have spread in that area is 107,000 Guyanese. This government increased the budget from 2014 to 2017 by $1 billion. That's a considerable increase. Bearing in mind this area did not vote overwhelmingly for the APNU AFC. But nevertheless, we are putting a lot of emphasis in Region 3. A lot of emphasis. So we're not looking at
You gotta look at the
who
people, you
support
cannot
us or
look
who
at-
didn't support us. Matter of fact, if you just oppose that with Region 10, which is about maybe over 8,000 square miles, they basically get the same 3 billion as Region 3. Right? So, and Region 10 voted overwhelmingly for the APNUFC, but we didn't take the opportunity to say, it's our people and we're going to give them all the money they wanted. So, we're doing as much as possible for this community. We know the people in Perica, Ubu is very hard-working people. This is what we want. Guyanese that
Yeah, it's most is farmers.
Guyanese that work hard and are committed in building this country. And what you're doing is also in keeping with the green agenda. You know, the presidency promoting green in the economy. And plant is green and it's not going to destroy the environment like any other activity. So we support farming, and farming is the backbone, as you know, of this country.
Yeah, the bread basket.
And
Without
so,
farming, you can.
and with farming, we know people could make a decent living.
Yeah, honest living. Decent and honest.
Correct. And so I will take back whatever information provided to me here. Just driving us through this road here, you give me an opportunity to see, like, I believe I'm going to region 9.
There is a trail.
So-
There's a trail. If you
so-
go further, you will get worse as you go further.
So I felt like I was going to region 9. Right? So I know the terrain is very bumpy.
Plus, the thing that is that concerns me is the road. Because there's a lot of school children in here, and you know, to get them up from here in the morning, you have to wake them up at least by 5 o'clock to get them ready, because there's a transportation that takes the children to school. It comes at 7 o'clock, or it leaves there at 7:30. And if the children does not get out there by then, they're late for school. They have to wait like 2 hours before they get another transport to go to school and so on.
Same transport, you will have to
yes,
come
they
back
have
for
to
them.
go out and discharge and then come back.
I know.
It's very, very difficult, and the roads, they need to do something about the road. That's my main concern.
What is your name?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Mohammed Khan from
Marbican, yes.
Bacchus Estate.
Yes.
I am the actual caller
Yes.
calling on the program
Oh my.
in Georgetown
That's very good. Very
about
good.
the road.
Yes.
I was the first caller.
Yes.
The caller about the road.
Okay.
And, I was waiting last week,
Okay.
but I know things maybe have
Yes.
been in place.
I'm doing everything at the same time.
We will come to visit and you can see for yourself the hardship we suffer.
There was some hardship you find.
And it's just the vehicle breaking up, that's the only thing. I mean, peaceful
Depends on the
community.
people.
Yeah.
When you come here, it's peace and tranquility.
Okay.
And there's a
I
lot,
can see that.
there's a lot of people that are trying
Yeah.
the utmost best to
Yeah.
survive
Yeah.
by planting and building a life too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you examine this area, this place will probably feed quarter of Guyana.
Yeah.
The amount of provision
Yeah.
and stuff that these local
I
farmers.
visited this place 15 years ago. I visited this place. It's here, right?
Yeah.
You wasn't in the barn yet. I visited right in it.
Okay, okay.
Right in I visited in this
But
area.
15 years after, you see a whole lot.
Yeah, no, yes.
Yeah, well, as a
It's not,
community,
it's not moving forward, but you
Yeah.
see amount
You're
of
trying.
provision still coming out.
That's
but
right,
but
that's
nothing, the infrastructure, no infrastructure.
Infrastructure is
So
getting
you're getting the
deteriorated
amount
by
of
the day.
provision going out, but then how we getting out? They mashing up the canters. Sometimes gotta go
Yeah, I
pulling
know
out
that, yes,
vehicles. In the night, sometimes 9 o'clock in the night, you got there pulling vehicle,
Okay.
tying 2-3 vehicles tied together
Okay.
to get out the provision.
I know that province. 15 years ago I went in here. 15 years ago. I was a regular years in the area.
Yeah, you come in, you didn't come down till down here, you come up to Lakabu, till up to,
Yes, that's right.
yeah,
Yes.
up to the area.
Yeah.
But there's the same trench that they
Yeah.
gotta go out and the same
Yeah.
road here.
Okay.
That everybody got to,
Yeah.
to access. The main
Farm,
access road.
Time before
Let me
you
wait,
build
gotta
event
stick
City, building
Well, for me,
progress.
Mr. Sharma,
Yes.
Them man
my
had to come out of
concern
is
business
how
because
did-
of this road.
Yeah.
school children get out
Yeah,
from
yeah,
this road.
Yes.
And if you can see for yourself, it's not in a good state.
Okay.
You know, and we need the help. We need the help just because of the children. We can't
What
educate
is
them if they
the
gotta miss.
occupation right now?
Me, I'm a farmer.
Farmer,
I'm a farmer,
okay.
yeah. We send out the provision for you.
Come. Let me get some for you. Come. So how are you? All right?
Yeah, man.
Tell me some of your problem. Come.
You say you went in here 15,
Yeah.
20
Yeah,
years
yes,
ago.
yeah.
15, 20 years ago, you know what you used to see over
Yes,
there?
I know this. I know the place very well.
Right? Share orange and tangerine and mango and them thing, but because of this road is
don't supply
all
bank
them
from
thing
right
had to stop because them people ain't got
Ada guava and
machine
salad guava.
Guava, up to
Guava,
now you still get
yes,
guava
yeah.
coming out the hill. You still get cherry coming out
Yeah,
the
yes,
hill.
yes.
Right?
So what really affecting you in this area?
Road, everybody
Road,
tell
road,
you,
road, road, road. Okay.
Road with access to anything.
Okay. That's true, not, but that's right.
I don't think we're asking for too much.
No, just
we're
the
We
road.
are not.
Overdue.
We don't need water and light and all them. All them things will come afterwards, but the road is the
We
main
need
thing. We
something
got
to be
solar, we got water.
Mom, so you don't feel that we finally like this to come. Finally,
We don't have any pipe water, they don't
I
have
just need
road. How we
something
gonna
to be
get
done
that?
on the
Finally.
road.
Yeah.
On the road.
Yeah.
That's all we're asking.
Okay. Minister, what do you got to say?
No, well, I made a suggestion, and when you listen to the issues that is being raised here, in terms of the speaking about time, the speaking about the time it'll take to drive out here,
Yeah.
the time it'll take to the children to go out of the community, to go to school, and to come in back in the community. The sacrifice they're making in terms of living in a community without electricity, even telephone signal is something
Yeah,
you
it's
may-
very,
something,
very.
you may not have. This luxury of having. So they're giving up a lot of things
Yeah,
that
yeah.
people in Georgetown and Barbies, the populated areas, have.
They have
So
in,
they're giving up this to farm and to feed the nation. And this is a good cause. But what the point I'm making is that they speak about the cost in terms of repair to vehicles and the time it takes. So a good road will save that.
Yes.
So that is the reason why government or I myself
Okay.
promoting that we fund this
Yeah.
thing maybe
Okay.
do up to this part. Well, you understand a P3 kind of thing, a public-private partnership arrangement is costly. And a big company will not come in to do a little piece of
Yeah.
4 mile. They want to do a very long part.
It could go
And
for
so what I'm saying to you basically is that it will pay you off better. Not you personally, but the community, because
Yeah.
they will save on time and maintenance of the vehicle.
and a
So-
lot of the
So a lot of people, when you tell them they gotta pay for something, they say, hey, this government, you gotta give me it free, right? But they're not factoring in, if the road isn't done, you will take so long, you will take 3-4 hours to reach that distance, you will have to repair your canter, your tractor, and whatever equipment. So you have to consider this. It's my proposal to government itself as a minister, I make a proposal that even in communities closer to Georgetown, closer to the population, that where people cultivate rice, that these dams should be paved road.
Yes.
Yeah, because
And so-
they mess up the road.
Right, and so
Terrible.
it's paved road because what you see is that in these dams there's people living along the place. It's populated, and these tractors will go in and destroy these dams, and children have difficulty to maneuver. And if we pave these dams and make them like a road, you could imagine a tractor could move in and out
It's easy
easily,
access.
and you could imagine the amount of cultivation they could do, the amount of time they will save. So what I'm promoting here on this program is that we move, and if we want to progress speedily, don't depend on government to finance these projects using taxpayers' money. We have to gravitate to the public-private partnership arrangement where we could have these projects being done by private bodies who will take the responsibility, but the community that using it will have to pay.
Okay.
And so, after
Come with
listening
the
to
cost.
me, do you think that this is something that the people of Guyana and communities like this will support?
Deputy Mayor, sir, how do you like
You
this?
see, this. I might say yes. I ain't got a problem. But then, how much it gonna cost, and how much of the people would agree to it?
Exactly.
3 or 4 or 10 or 15 or 20 might say yes. But then,
what happened to the rest? The majority
majority,
might not agree to
50%,
it.
50% mightn't agree. But they would do anything for this road here right now.
See, it's like
Because the cost is it gonna be far less even if you have to pay to access the road.
Yeah.
It gonna be far less than what I just gotta pay for repair my vehicle.
No, well, you got to understand when I'm saying that we're doing Perica to Goshen, is that we opening up Bartica. We're going to be bridging Bartica. A person going to be driving. So a lot of tourists, a lot of people, a lot of miners going to be using this road. So you don't have to stand the cost.
I understand,
There's a
yeah.
gateway we opening to
Yeah,
the
it's a
interior.
gateway, yeah.
And so you have to look at it in that perspective. So I don't know the piece of land that you're looking at and the road that's situated right now would be sufficient in terms of the width to build a highway of this
Yeah,
nature.
well, till just over the fence, you got a pole where they already survey and do the survey and the soil testing and everything for the road. So it's all the way back over that fence.
The road which you're speaking of.
No,
is
you
the
see like the mango tree
Yes.
there, the mango tree there direct. That is the pole there.
Yeah, so we're actually standing on the pathway,
Yeah, this is the Del
or
Canty.
part of the
This is
foundation of the
Yeah,
Del
yeah.
this
Canty.
is the Alcantara Road. You pass through
yeah,
here.
this
Right
is
here,
the
yeah.
Del Canty you have to pass.
There's an important point that Mr. Sharma is making, which the last government didn't take into consideration. And the reasons for us coming down here, and particularly bringing the minister, is to show people that this government really means business. And he's explained, and we have to explain this to the vast majority of people. Here, this will be televised so that people will see it. And when they see it, then we'll then have a bigger meeting where we'll explain all these things and answer all our questions. We do not hide away because we have nothing to hide. We will face all the people. Last week, the government started an outreach. This is an outreach. And the ministers come down here. You see that? He's here talking to people. This will be in television. I don't know when Sharma will put it up, and it will be repeated. And we'll have a bigger meeting. We will announce we'll have a bigger meeting. This gentleman called on the television, and there are thousands of people like him
Yeah, because
who are
with the
Guyanese.
road.
They are Guyanese who are here to make this country a better place. They are patriots. They're not running away to America. And that's what we want to do. We want our people to stay in this country so they can produce. The minister asked an important question. He said, do you export your produce? And we say we don't have enough to produce, to export.
No, we don't have an export.
So what
the export
somebody like
market
you,
only lasts for a
somebody
period
like
of time.
you needs more land, more expertise, better machines and tools and so on. And one of the things that we are advocating is to have machinery pools so the farmers don't have to invest in heavy duty machines and tools and sophisticated tools. That is what we want to do. So it's going to be, this government, if you all support it and do